that thing worked okay till it didn't. So I've got a regular submersible pump. So this is a submersible pump, and I want to set it in some water that I've got to get cleaned up before I can repair this this mess out there. So I want to kind of keep it off the bottom, and also there's really no way to stand this up in the big puddle out there. So it came with this hose with a little hose nozzle on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the nozzle or not, but only one way to find out. Let's take it out there and try it. All right, it's not perfect, but let's just try it in principle. Well, it's working. So what happens is it loses its prime, apparently. Yeah, that thing worked okay till it didn't. I've got a regular submersible pump, and it's coming out of there at a good flow. It's about as dry as it's going to get over here. I got to get it done because I have today and tomorrow, and then we got more rain coming. So my plan is to build this area up quite a bit. I've decided I'm not taking the grapevines out. We enjoy the grapevines, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it up kind of right to the top of that treated piece of lumber. This will give you a little better perspective of what we're trying to do. If you look down here, you can see it's low to your left, and down there to the right is the swale. So we're trying to push the water all down towards the swale. And I know the proper way to do this is to put drain tile in. I don't have an excavator yet. Eventually that's probably what I'll end up doing. But I think if I can get, what'll probably be 6-8 inches of soil over here and sloping it down that way, I think it'll make it manageable. So, yeah, let's start moving some dirt. I love doing this stuff. So the issue here is clay. This has been wet, this has stayed wet for almost 2 months. We had very little topsoil and a very solid clay bottom. Matter of fact, if I wanted to build a pond, no problem at all. This will hold water beautifully. So what I'm trying to do is to raise the overall elevation, to add a good 5-6 inches of topsoil, so we've got some place for the water to percolate. So one other issue that I have, and you'll see me later on using the box blade that you see right there on the rear of the tractor. The issue that I have with the box blade, and the reason I didn't use it more than I did, is that box blade is only 48 inches. It actually came off of my previous 1025R tractor. So with the bigger 2038R wheelbase, along with the fact that I have got 3-inch spacers on each wheel, I don't cover my tracks. But later on, again, I do use the box blade and it works okay, but yeah, that was a bit challenging. yeah, by the way, after this you won't see many drone shots. Brian was trying to get creative, and yeah, that's a crash. Matter of fact, it damaged the gimbal on the drone, so yeah, I've got a repair to do. All right, done. So let me show you what I've done. I've done some work in like 3 different areas. A lot of this is snowplow damage. Some of it's just where I had some unlevel ground. Actually, if you look at that sky, we've got a thunderstorm coming. I'm gonna put this sprinkler, I've got another one, in the video description and a pinned comment. Honestly, it's the best sprinkler I've ever had. You could take a look and see the distance that it gets. I just turned it on a minute ago. So let's take a look at the other 2 areas. So this area right here was one that was just a low spot. Actually came from when we constructed the pole barn. Just been meaning to get to it for a long time. Those areas that I just showed you were easy. This area, not so much. You can see I've got another one of those sprinklers set up here. And you know, after you do any grading, you can see where all your mistakes were. I've got a little low spot right there. This was as challenging as I've done in a long time. It kind of, as we said in the thumbnail, you can't grade mud. And this held water for 2 months. And a lot of the reason was simply because of the historic wet spring we've had. Our weather records go to the mid-1800s, and this was the 3rd wettest spring we've ever had. So it just, between the clay, it was just an absolute bear to work with. But difficult to see on the camera, but we've got everything kind of sloping this way towards that swale that's right down there. So I think it's gonna accomplish what we want. Yeah, I mean, normally when I grate something, I like it a little finer than I have this, but you know, again, working with mud, it just doesn't work. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Love being with you guys always. Love having my seat time. But we will see you next time. God bless you all, and thank you for watching Tractors in Life.